This podcast is brought to you by Enlightening Learners Academic Coaching and Tutoring Services.
So I want to factor trinomials. By the end of this, you're going to be able to use the diamond method to factor. Your guided questions. All right. First thing we need to know is the process for using the diamond. We have a trinomial. We'll call this 1x squared plus 10x plus 25, just to give you an idea of what it looks like. And in this, we are identifying that our value in front of our x to the second power is a, the value in the coefficient in front of the x is b, and the number that's by itself is c. In the top two boxes, the product of a times a and c, or a times c, goes here. So in this example, it'd be 1 times 25, which is 25. B goes all by itself here, and in this case, our b is 10. What goes on the left and the right is the numbers that can multiply out to be 25, and when you add them, they become 10. So our numbers were 25 and 10. What two numbers multiply out to get you 25, and what two numbers add to get you 10? Well, in order to do this, I need to know my factored form. And that's where this factoring comes from. I know that I can do 1 times 25. And I also know that a combination of 1 and 25 doesn't get me 10. And I also know that 5 times 5 can get me 25. Well, I also know that 5 plus 5 will get me 10. So my 5s go here. 5 times 5 gets me 25. 5 plus 5 gets me 10. All right, so we've got a problem here. Here's our A, and our value with our A is 1. Our value with B is 8, and our value for C is 10. Remember, this is A times C, which is 1 times 7. It becomes a 7. Our B comes here, which in this case is 8. Now, our 7 is a prime number, so it can only be 1 times 7. There's nothing else. So, and sure enough, 1 plus 7 gets me 8. The last thing I want to do is divide by my A value. Well, when A is 1, this becomes really easy. This 1 goes there, this 1 goes there, and we've got 7 1. So I happen to have the illustration here. It doesn't matter. This could also be 1x plus 1. That's where this 1 comes from. And 1x plus 7. This 7 goes in that spot. All right, so we've got another one. A times C is 20. Because 1 times 20. And my negative 9 goes here. All right, this should look more like a 20. So I need to know my factors of 20. 2 times 10 will get me 20, but that's not going to get me a combination of 9. 1 times 20, but that's not going to get me a combination of 9. And 5 and 4. Now I can actually manipulate these to get me negatives. I know that if it's a negative 5 and a negative 4, negative 5 times negative 4 gets me a positive 20, and it also combines to get me a negative 9 when I add them. So I'm going to divide this by A. This can't be simplified anymore. I'm left with 1x minus 5, and I'm left with 1x minus 4. Now to check this, you can use your FOIL method or you can use your matrix method. And I'll just illustrate it real quick with matrix. Matrix is just a 2 by 2 with a 1x here, minus 4, and a 1x minus 5. 1 times 1 is 1x squared. 1x times negative 4 is a negative 4x. Negative 5 times 1x is a negative 5x. And negative 5 times negative 4 is a positive 20. When I combine these, I'm left with 1x squared. 5x and negative 4x combine to get me a negative 9x. And I'm left with a positive 20, exactly what I got when I started.